Hi everyone, we're going to be talking about Jamboard today. This is a Google product and it is part of your Google Suite. So if you happen to be via your email, you can click on the icons, which are the 9 waffles on the side. You can scroll down and you can get it to it that way. Here's the icon. That's where it is for me. Might be in a different location for you, but that's where you can find it. Otherwise, where I was at just at the beginning here was at jamboard.google.com. So once you log into your Google account, whichever it might be, it'll open up your Jamboards. Yours might be completely empty. This is what mine looks like. So I just wanted to share this with you. And I want to show you a couple things that you can do. So to start a Jamboard, you just click on this orange plus button at the bottom. And this will give you some of your tools. I'm going to make this a little smaller for me here. To change the name, just like any of your Google documents, spreadsheets, slides, presentations, you would click up there and you would change the name to it. Here are all the different tools on the side. There's a pen tool. There's 6 different colors you can choose from and 4 different pen types. There's the eraser, like we usually would have on a whiteboard. Your select tool, so you can choose things that's on there. There's a sticky note tool that you can use to add some directions. And I'll put that on there for now so you can see that. With this, you can make it bigger or smaller, or you can rotate it. But notice that it will always remain square. And you can't make it any other shape but square because it's a sticky note. That I guess they limited to that. But you can change the color if you want to something else, if you needed to. And if you really want it to not have any color at all, you can choose that none, and it'll just look like words on the screen, right? Other tools you can use, there's this image tool. So if you have a photo album already, or you have photos in your Google Drive, you can do that, or you can upload pictures. I'm just going to choose something from the World Wide Web right now. If I were going a little slower, I would actually go and get the actual URL for that so I can cite the source of my pictures. But you can add the image to your board. I will do this for a lot of science lessons that I do, even history with maps, and then have students interact with this. Just like earlier, you can rotate this too if you want and make it as big or small as you need it to be. Other tools we have here are our circle shape tools. So you'll notice that there's 8 shapes. These will always turn out as big or small as you'd like them to be. And you can also make circles. You can also make more rectangles. And so small, you can make it bigger, you can make it wider, just like this. The other thing that you can do is you can go ahead and also change the colors. So if you use your select tool here and you go back to this part, you can change the inside to a different color. You can even change the outside to a different border color. So that's a new feature of Jamboard, which is really helpful to have. I'm just going to go back and change it back to normal here, black and white, just to show you some other features. But that's a new tool and I really like that. And the last one is the text box. So if I wanted to write something in here, you'll notice that this is a text box. It's not square. I can make this as big or small as I want by going smaller or bigger this way. You can't change the font still, but it's still kind of there. You can also change the color of the fonts if you'd like. So going up to here, you can change that to a different color. And if you wanted to, you can make it bigger as small as you want. So you can make it that big, and then you can take it back to what it was earlier. So a lot of different options that you have here for the text tool, and I really have enjoyed using that. Now, I'm going to go back to the pen tool because a Jamboard is an actual whiteboard. It's a digital whiteboard that might be in your classroom or your conference room, but Jamboard on your computer can be used that way too. And I use it using my tablet device and using my phone or on my laptop here, which I'm on right now. So the pen tool, I don't know about you, but I can't really draw very well with my mouse or my trackpad. But that's the best I'm going to do, right? And sometimes when I want to graph something with students, okay, I was going to say I can't draw lines. Those are really nice looking lines, but oh, there we go. Okay, so sometimes my lines look like that. And what you can do is you can hold down Shift on your keyboard, and you can drag that line out, and it'll be nice and straight. I'm going to change this to the marker. It's a little thicker. So again, I'm going to hold down Shift. Then I'm going to draw my line. Notice that one's a little thicker. And then you can play with this. There's a highlighter tool, which is a little thinner. And then you've got your brush tool, which is a little on the liquidy side. Right? There's some backgrounds that you can change the background feature with, depending on what you want on your Jamboard. And of course, you can always share this out to anyone by copying the link and sharing it. And if you're in Google Classroom, there's a way that you can set up an assignment and share it to your students so that they all get the same assignment and they can send back to you their board. And just like you would any other Google document, if you wanted to, you could type the names of your collaborators and other people in here so that they can have access to it. Or you can always change the restrictions on here and send it out to many people if you wanted to. The thing I also wanted to share with you was the ability to download your Jamboard. So you can actually save this particular Jamboard as a picture if you wanted to. So you save this frame as an image, or you can download your Jamboard as a PDF, because something you can do is you can create multiple frames. So say I had a separate frame here and I had more images on here and I wanted students to do things. And the students started to interact with this board. Maybe they're writing things or drawing things or identifying petals, and you wanted to save this. What you can do is you can go ahead and go up here and you can save this frame as an image, or you can download it as a PDF. So those are different things you can do with your Jamboard, and I hope you have a good time working with it. Thank you.